Hello there, everybody. It's EM Fresh, and today I'm riding with my good buddy Roger at Baker's Ridge Trails, or some also know it as the WVU Trails, because it belongs to West Virginia University. And this is one of Roger's favorite places to go, I guess because it's close to his house. And he is just showing me how to navigate through this area. I had no idea how to get into this part of the trail. I didn't even know it existed. So here we are, just traveling up I guess the east side of the Baker's Ridge, close to the high school. And I normally park on the West Run side, and I tried to ride it. I tried to ride it, find the trails, but I just couldn't figure out the flow of it. But as you can see, Roger is just excited to ride through this. I have no clue where he's going, but he's riding, and he's gonna show us a good time here. So right now we're headed to a kind of like a drop off, and at the time of recording, I am kind of timid. As you can see, I can't really see the trail. I'm just following Roger. All these leaves, there's all sorts of spiders and black snakes and stuff around. Ooh. But we're making it through here. I'm making it through. And believe it or not, it's according to Trail Forks, it's not very or it doesn't have a very high elevation, but when you go up and down, up and down, up and down these winding turns, you get a lot of elevation. I think you see that little ramp there? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know where I was going. I thought it was a drop off. But there's all sorts of little features here that the students and some of the local bike shop guys made. I think Mike at Walmsley's bike shop, he made a few of these trails back here all by himself. So I'm just cutting out some things, cutting out most of the climb, just trying to show you the fast parts. Which the whole trail actually is pretty fast. It's not too hilly. But you get a lot of elevation just by going up and down, like I said before. And so if you're in the area, I suggest you stop by. And on this particular ride, I'm riding my Hightower, Santa Cruz Hightower. It's the 2020 version of the Hightower. And Roger is riding his new Ibis Ripley. He just got it this year. It has lower travel than his Ripmo. I think it's only 120 in the front, 100 in the back. I could be wrong. If you know the right dimensions, you can tell me in the comments there. But basically, he says he can climb a lot better because the travel isn't as high, and just pedal faster, I guess. He wanted a more poppy bike just for riding, not so guess chunky or rocky trails. And I think he wanted it so that he can get a faster time on Strava. Because sometimes the high travel bikes keep you back from going faster because of the travel working against you especially on flat. areas. Okay, so here we are headed up to, or headed back on, we're headed on the western side of to West Run Road. So looks like today they've, or they're, the school or the students here are planting maple trees. And so some of the trails are cordoned off because they don't want anyone riding over the maple trees or the saplings. And I don't know about that bridge there. We went across that. Looks like it needs to be have maintenance. So Roger's testing out of the climbing. I didn't show that. I couldn't make it up, but he made it up to the top on his Ripley. Yeah. Yeah. Some of those little bridges and stuff seem like they're broken. I examined one. I stopped and examined, but that's just how they make them, to make them seem more scary than they are. With the joist off center, and make it feel like it's part of the trail. And now we're headed to a portion that's kind of kicked my ass, basically. There's a lot of hidden trails you can't see right here. I'm like, where are we going, man? All right, so we're headed down. It's getting kind of dark. The GoPro can't resolve very well when it gets dark, as I don't have the ISO up very high. But yeah, this gets very windy, very tight. Tight for big guy bikes. We have extra large. I think Roger's XXL. I think he's 6'6" or 6'5" or something like that. It might seem like he's not pedaling very fast. You're like, oh, that guy can't pedal. Oh, he's moving slow, but he's not. His legs are very powerful. The rest of us will have our gears on the, I guess, the lowest setting, which is the highest cog, but he'll keep his gear down in the middle or below that, like to the highest gear. And so he's just able to just catapult ahead of you. And so it might seem like his legs aren't spinning fast. So you see his legs spinning fast right there. It's on a high gear. So mine's on the lowest gear, trying to keep up. So he's just so for every like 5 or 6 pedal strokes, he only needs 1. So especially when climbing up a hill, like that's just totally amazing to me. So I'm trying to get back in the weight room, doing my kettlebells and stuff, so I get my legs just that strong as well. But so I can get up there. Yes, don't let them fool you. Everybody's like, Roger can't ride. Roger can't. Yeah, don't let him fool you. Yeah, because he'll just go away from you. You're like, he ain't moving his legs. Yeah, because it's on the lowest, or he's on the highest gears, pedaling up a 90% grade. So forgive me in advance for the GoPro, but it's a GoPro thing. Sort of blurring, like I said before. It's dark out, but it's providing ISO, so it seems a little shaky when there's not enough light getting to the sensor. Like I said, we're at Baker's Ridge, having a good old time here, riding through the woods. And this is a small area. It's not very big. It just has so many different trails built in it. So I don't think it's very long. I think it's not even 2 miles long, 2 or 3 miles long. But it goes back and forth probably 6, 7, 8 times. So you can get a good 12, 13 mile ride in without even knowing it. Yeah, so like I said, the GoPro makes the stuff look kind of flat. But this is very steep, short climbs, like a up and over type of thing. So if you know where you're going, it would be pretty easy, because you can just ride or coast down like this, like you see there, and then let the gravity going down take you up on the other side. So that's what makes it fun. So you don't really lose much of your energy trying to make it through this this type of trail riding. Yeah, so this is supposed to be a short ride, but because we had ridden very long, did a longer ride the other day, and but looks like Roger got a second win here, and so I'm tired all the time riding this stuff. But it's fun, you know. But my fitness isn't up there. I don't know if it'll ever be, you know, because I've been riding a long time. Maybe it's just how, I guess I've been sitting playing World of Warcraft and video games and on the computer. So I guess in theory, for the last 10 years, if I've been sitting around, it's going to take me almost that long to get back into shape again. So I got hung up there. Surprising, this ground is very, I guess they call it loamy, very, you get a lot of grip on it, so you don't really slide. There are some roots, but they only hold you up if it gets wet there. So again, I'm not knowing where I'm going really. And this trail here that we're on, this is the one that Mike from Walmsley's made. So we're weaving in and out of this. And also there's actually more trails. Roger was telling me that another patron or a citizen bought the land up on the other side and then shut it off so no one could ride it. I guess it was up for auction, and I guess the guy's like a gun smith or something, so you can hear him shooting his weapons off, testing them out. So on the other side there, so we're gonna stay away from that side so that we don't get caught up, get shot in the head or something. So here's a very tight turn. I guess that's what makes it fun, not knowing where you're going. My adrenaline's going pretty high here. I think just because you're riding, you can't see where your tires are going through those leaves and stuff. Okay, so we're back. If you hold on, you'll see something that quite amazes me. I don't know if Rob's been practicing this or not, but we're about to head to this section where it's like it's scary downhill. Like it seems like something you shouldn't be able to ride down. Like a section that you shouldn't ride down because it's dangerous. That's why. So Roger's telling we're headed back, and I can hear this. I can hear the sound, so that's why you probably can't hear it. But see the teeter-totter there. That teeter-totter is flimsy. I'm going to try to do it. I got to get a running start, because if I don't, I'll probably nerve out and fall off. Like, oh no! But I made it. That was the second time me doing that teeter-totter, but man, something about it just, maybe how wobbly it is, just makes me feel not good, not easy. Okay, so we're headed, here's that section, that down section. Like, look, I'm trying to follow. There we go back, so we're headed back now. That was it's very steep, steeper than you think it is. Like, it doesn't look very steep, but it is. I don't know why I rode down steeper sections than that, but something about that one just didn't sit well with me. Okay, so we're headed back to the park where we parked at. And in case you are still here, thank you again for subscribing and watching. And stay tuned for some of my other videos. We're going to do this one again because of the low light and the shaking, but I mean, you get the gist. And ride, just keep riding if you are. Don't stop. Get your exercise on. All right, talk to you later.